Yeah, bruh. It's finally time. Hopefully my internet can handle this. Oh, snap. I gotta turn my VPN on. Alright, I think we're back.
It was Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals, and that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
Oh, snap. Year of the Realm 873. I'm gonna get a notepad, bro. I'm gonna get a notepad. Usually high fantasy. A lot of the details go over my head.
It will be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. and only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We
Our
follow
kind?
them. Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
Oh god. Yeah. Well, we can focus, but I'm gonna turn this motion blur off first. Turn that off. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. You know how PC gamers be. Gotta configure everything. Right.
We don't have time for this. All hell is about to break loose.
Actually, matter of fact, I don't think I like that.
Time to move. We're just in time.
The Republican Army?
These Iron Blood are more beast than man.
Iron
Where
Blood?
this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
I'm assuming Dominant is the name of the summons? Question mark. The icon?
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall?
Dude, it's huge. Well-built man. They not lying.
And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
That's disrespectful. Hella disrespectful.
Which just leaves me.
Hopka!
The Ironblood will rue the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
This game is over.
You cock.
Benedicta.
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
I'm not afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Am I interrupting something? So
The front lines are
I haven't watched too many
This is our chance.
I haven't watched too many trailers or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that dude is supposed to be a Titan. That's the Titan dude, and the other girl is supposed to be Shiva. And this is who we're going towards. But this is where Clive's party is going right now, is towards them to assassinate them? Question mark.
And quick and deadly, as always.
Take the van.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Something's not right.
Titan. So the Dalmex finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
And look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
She looks like the FF16 Shiva. I can barely hear myself talk. Wow. Let me turn the volume down. In my room yelling. Wait, so they... Wait, they're fighting each other, but they be fucking? Like, that's how that's working? That's an interesting relationship to have.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
I like whenever like a franchise gets away with getting a mature rated game, and so they just start sprinkling F-bombs everywhere. It doesn't really bother me, but I just think it's kind of funny. Or like when a PG-13 movie can get away with like one F-bomb, and like it feels so forced because they're just allowed to do it now. I think that's funny whenever writers do that. I think the worst is like when they have E3 presentations and like they can get away with saying it in certain games and they just go overboard with it. That's the only time I think it's kind of cringy. Like the Game Awards, I know they'd be doing that a lot. I remember especially like the first Game Awards, because E3, I don't think they were allowed to do that, but the Game Awards, they were trying to solidify themselves as being different from E3. They just went crazy with like letting people swear on stage. And it felt really cringy.
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Clive!
13 summers earlier.
Do you yield? Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while
Murdoch.
in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
I wonder why they didn't have like the character subtitle or the names on the subtitles by default. I feel like that's really important for a game like this.
2 arms. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery.
I made a video that covers like the concept of aging characters throughout their games. So like The Walking Dead is a very important game with that, because Clementine goes from being like 8 to something like 16. This game's another one of those. Trails of Cold Steel's like that. Dragon Quest V obviously is like that. So I think it would be interesting to kind of update that video with this game in particular.
Once more, please. Very good. Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without. Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
What button is that?
Keep them coming. Well done. You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
First shield?
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield. Come on! How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
That was amazing!
Nice try. Good. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting.
Phoenix shift?
Would that all our shields could move so swiftly. Are you not blessed by the Phoenix? Then prove it. Impressive.
Impressive.
But
Bro,
even
think he
the most
Byakuya
fragile shields
from
can
FF14.
escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished. Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all. That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory, or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust? You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned?
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rossfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
Alright, I gotta remember the controls. I just already forgot.
Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
Break gauge.
Come on, you're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
Ooh, can't cancel that.
tools at my disposal.
What's the block button? Oh.
Keep pressing.
Level up.
He won! See? I told you he could do it.
Aye.
Bested at last. It's taken me long enough. That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Uh-oh. My bro's struggling. Thank you, Joshua. That's why you on the team, bro.
Joshua. I was just tired. I think these flames are a gift.
Shouldn't I?
He's not doing good either. Everybody's sick.
Coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
His Grace has returned!
Father's back.
Hey.
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you. I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy. Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace. We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us. Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
Chocobo. Hey, Big Papa.
Rise, my friends.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust.
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the Bailey to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Quiet, Toggle. Stop it, boy. Not now.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
Shields dismissed.
I know people were complaining about really long intros, but like, I'm a Trails fan, so that literally does not bother me. And I love this world building stuff. But I can understand why people would call it a criticism.
Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Is trouble brewing?
I'm not sure. I need to speak with Father.
Can I talk to you? About you. Is there a signal? Do you do it? You do it too.
Well, if things get crowded, we can always conquer
Ironholm?
Ever the optimist, aren't you?
Make sure you get a good edge on that, eh? I know. I'm not about to send our lads off to war with dull blades. All right. Let's get this stuff unpacked before the Duchess calls for our heads. Right you are.
Make sure all the crystals are accounted for.
Alright, so they be using crystals as fuel?
Forgive me, my lord, but I need to finish inspecting these crystals.
Wouldn't do to give our soldiers spent shards.
So they use it as a... Use it as like a source of water, fuel.
You put on quite the show for us, Lord Rossfield.
Rossfield?
A man who can do that deserves to be first shield. Age and experience be damned.
How you spell that? Rossfield? Alright, I wrote that down.
Any man who can do that. I couldn't look away. Be damned.
So the way I like to play games is I really like to immerse myself in like the world building, so I'm gonna be paying attention to a lot of the smaller dialogue. So if you like that, you're gonna like how I play the game, but if you don't, you might get a little annoyed, but that's okay.
Preparation is key. We must be ready to march at any time.
You don't need to tell this one. She's raring to go.
Nothing down there but rats and rogues, my lord.
Can I talk to Jill? I forgot she was even following me.
They've closed the gates.
Let's hope the side entrance is still open.
This is a tattoo.
Good as new. Marquis, pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble, really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
He was a slave. See, this is why it's really important to have like the names on the subtitles, because you wouldn't really, I mean, you would probably get it later in the interaction, but like it's really important to understand why this dude is like pressing him like that.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
But like now I understand why they were saying there's no black people in this game. So that would have been pretty bad. People would have been getting upset about it.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
I know that was a big talking point before the game came out. I think, and I also didn't really like follow a lot of what people were talking about with that issue.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone.
But if I recall, this is cool. That's a cool little effect.
We'll be having a feast for the two of you soon enough.
But I remember the reason they said there's no black people in, like, I think it was Yoshi P and them. They were like, nah, it's like, that's not what we're going for. They realistically wouldn't be in this setting. And I feel like that wasn't the right response to that question or that concern. They could have just said like slavery is a big thing in this and we don't really want to depict people like that. But I don't know.
Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander.
All right, let's go forward. Real quick, I'm gonna use the restroom. Be back. I'm gonna run an ad. All right, never mind.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it? There's Joshua.
Marquis, forgive my man. He'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
It's interesting to see how they use crystals in this world. That's cool. Final Fantasy is really cool because there's certain games where magic is like very rarely used. Like 6, magic was almost never used. It was really scarce and it was seen as taboo. Here they're really adopting it. Like even the gardeners and workers use magic here. 7, it was kind of like Materia was literally funded by Midgar or Shinra. So you had to pay to use it, and it was still adopted by their society. So I really like how Final Fantasy kind of jumps between a bunch of different stuff.
Are you worried about the war?
The soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Was good, funny. The JoJo reference.
Joshua, Father will guide you, and I will protect you. Always.
I was just rereading a little bit of Steel Ball Run the other day. Steel Ball Run's fire.
That child is the future of our nation. He must be.
My lord, it's not how it looks. I'm inspecting the castle walls by order of the Duchess.
So right now, they're kind of pitting Clive up. Not really pitting, but Clive seems really sympathetic to a lot of the workers and stuff like that, and I'm guessing that what they're going to comment on is that his dad is like, nah, these are slaves, like, don't be talking to them and stuff like that. And I think by the end of the game, Clive is going to... I remember Dragon Quest V was like that, to where you grew up in royalty. If it's going to kind of parallel Dragon Quest V, you grew up in royalty as a kid, and then, like, this is a spoiler, but not really a spoiler because it's the first like hour of the game. But your dad dies, and you end up losing your royalty, and you have to kind of reclaim it. And I kind of think this is where that game is gonna go. And Dragon Quest V is gas. Like, that's one of my favorite stories in a JRPG. So if this game parallels that, this story is gonna be pretty good. I'm going in blind again, so gonna be kind of interesting to see where this story goes.
Good luck.
The settings, like the game settings, like DLC rewards. Yeah, I got you after this cutscene.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
The Blight.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
I like their relationship. Like the strict mom and the, yo, this royalty thing, it's not that serious, Dad.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
See, this feature right here, the Trail series needs this badly. Like, so badly. This is such a good feature right here. I was really excited to see this. I'm gonna be reading the hell out of this.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true.
What's up, Pops?
We drove the Ironblood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal, end their ambitions, and secure the duchy.
Only the light of the Phoenix can guide us through these dark days. But that does not mean I'm happy asking this of Joshua. Look after him, won't you?
Even if it costs me my life.
Let's make sure it doesn't come to that.
Oh, let's see this. Okay, so I'm following everything so far, but only thing I'm confused about is the Storm. I kind of understand the Blight, the Mother Crystal. I think they did a good job of laying out our objective right now and like the context behind our objective really quickly. Like I'm gonna read this later. This is actually I'm gonna read this now. My question is like, what is the Storm? I understand everything else he was talking about, but the Storm in particular. They only mentioned it once, so I'm probably not supposed to know yet. But every other term that they mentioned makes sense. Mother Crystal is mountains. Oh, okay. So it's a... I see. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. There are 5 crystal mountains. Alright, where's the main menu? This territory. Where are the rewards at? That you were talking about? Oh, are you asking that because like they're just super OP? They're like the pre-order bonus or something like that? I try to turn those off. Good looks. If that's what you're talking about. What was that? Oh.
No messages, my lord.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a
That boy
father.
15? Oh man.
Splendid shield.
15?
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced.
Yeah, he really riding for Clive. He's like, that's my boy.
We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, man. Elwyn's real. I like that. Dude's like, I ain't nobody. You know, I'm trying to warm up the seat for Joshua. I like that. Just keeping it real.
This is it then.
I know, bro's like, don't disrespect my boy like that.
On a star.
Talking about he's a failure. Dude just started.
I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I'll take screenshots on here.
I am Joshua.
Oh, that's not the screenshot button. But let's look at this though. Wait, did they give her a title? Oh, okay. Yup. That feature is so good.
He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
It's a video. Okay, I pressed the wrong button.
Sorry, Ambrosia. I won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Good luck!
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
As grace departs, open the gates!
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then. The blessing of the crystals.
Oh, okay. I think it was a good idea to go with zones in the game instead of doing open world. I feel like too many good games have been not ruined, but like low-key kind of neutered because of open world design. Like FF15 was like that. Metal Gear Solid 5 was like that.
Keep Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
I think this is maybe what you were talking about. Maybe it unlocks here. Nah. Is this DLC or is this what is this? Or does everyone just get this? Oh, okay, this is easy mode stuff. Automatically evade. Nah. Nah, this is like easy mode. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
Is there NP in this game? Oh, you could just use this? Okay.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
Oh, look at those reflections.
Is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
Yeah, they got them looking like Gollum. You're looking nasty in this game.
With me.
Use what? Oh, okay.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
Okay, Soken. I hear that music.
Maybe more ahead.
Soken is one of the greatest composers of all time.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack is inspiring. Grit my skin, saved my life. And I'm sure this soundtrack would be just as good because I saw how many songs were on the soundtrack. It's a lot. What is this? Is the soundtrack like physically available yet, or when is that coming out? Because I might get that, to be honest. I got the Xenoblade Trinity box that they released that has like all 3 of the game soundtracks, and best believe I'm listening to that in full the day I get that. I think I'm getting it in like 2 weeks. But I would do the same with this. And I honestly want to get the FF14 soundtracks too, because I'd be listening to those on Spotify. Oh.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number of spells.
Oh. Did not dodge that. Get there? Nah. This is actually my first time playing with the. Oh, that's cool. This is my first time playing with the PS5 because I'm borrowing my friend's. Shout out to my friend. But I almost lost my train of thought. But the controller is actually really cool. Like the haptic feedback feels good. But like I really don't have a reason to get a PS5 aside from like FF7 remake in this game. Like, it don't have any exclusive games that I want. Everything's on PC now. Even this game, if I waited like a year and a half, it would have come to PC. But I couldn't wait on this one. And I guess like Demon Souls, but
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord.
This game also looks really good.
He's the leader.
Bruh, imagine you like. Imagine being born a goblin. That sounds awful. I gotta get used to these controls. They still feel kind of weird to me. Oh, they give you a... Give you an indicator whenever get stuff shot at you. I was heavily considering just buying a PS5 and then like selling it after playing this game in FF7.
Here it comes.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Did not dodge that one. Oh, was not expecting that. I gotta dodge that one backwards. I dodged into that. Should have did not. Alright, that was too early. He got hit instead. Life might be him. I was fighting trolls at 15 too. On the internet. I'm fighting trolls now. I'm fighting demons now, to be honest. Ability points, experience points. Yes, sir. Let's see this. Okay. That's real. Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a wood pile fell on him, but Joshua was him. That's him. Loyal shield of Rosaria. To follow his father's footsteps, enter the service of the duchy. Right hand man, Lord Contender, Lord Mordok. Trusted. Save with a hellfire. Oh, okay, so they're dynamic. This dude, to sum up, this dude was like, Joshua saved me, I'm gonna join. And then Tyler's like, I gotta keep this dude in check because he looks like Paul McCartney, by the way. But he's like, I gotta keep this dude in check because he's a hothead. And he's literally chosen to save Josh, or guide, not Joshua, but Clive. These dudes are so ugly. Wait. Oh, Storm is the consonant. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Come back and fight! After him, before he summons the rest.
Okay, let's see this. I have 152. Oh, you can reset all of them. Okay, that's cool. That seems cool. Charge. Stomp. Oh, the trick jump? Taunt? Okay. We're gonna cop that one. Cop that one. Oh yeah. This is the DMC's coming in. Get that one. Lunge. Yo, sir. What, 72? We could just get all of these, to be honest. Now we're talking. Alright.
There he is.
Bro clapped at me. How'd you get... These dudes are smarter than I thought. How'd you get finessed by a goblin?
This ends now.
Ow. Like that one Chihuahua. That one Chihuahua video. Ow.
What's in there? Bloody hell! Warble is far south.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth! Where's it going?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I could charge both of them. They really give you a lot of the basic tools that you need, like, really early on. Because, like, a lot of the... Hold up.
Before it recovers!
I was not paying attention. A lot of the, like, basic Devil May Cry attacks, they just gave us right off the bat. Like, charging your attacks. The Devil May Cry game, a lot of the moves that they just gave me, or let me level up into, would take like 2 levels to unlock. But they just gave it immediately.
Be gone for long.
I cannot fall here.
Now for the final push, my lord.
Oh. Okay, that was fun. I can tell just from that alone that the combat is gonna really open up. Especially with like the icons and stuff like that. I get the dominance. They're not called icons in this game.
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbals too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Damned blight.
Let me see this. Okay, never mind. There's a hand. Where'd this giant hand come from? Phoenix Gate. The aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also is a sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant may commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off.
I feel like I don't know if there's a Biggs and Wedge character in this game, but I feel like these two would beat Tyler and whatever this dude's name is. I forgot. Wade. Tyler and Wade are Biggs and Wedge. Of this game.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
So I'm not even hungry like that for real.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born in